Now for my winter build series I brought King Kong, and this is the Q157, which is basically the mud truck. The reason is I brought the FMS because basically it's a similar truck but smaller scale, so I brought this one because of that reason. So it'll be like a little enlarged version. They don't waste much on the packaging, simple plain box, which I think is really good. So there it is. There's the manuals, but we'll see them more later on. See, here's the tyres. I'm not going to get them out completely, but you can see they're the same tread as these, just bigger, a lot bigger. I'll go back to the axles. These are the side rails, solid metal. I don't know whether they're machined or cast. I can't. They're cast. If you look there, they're casting marks. You won't get that with machining. It comes with some pretty hefty powder coated side rubbers. This has got to be the rear panel. What else have we got in here? Let's see if I can get it out. There's the front bumper. This is from folded steel. The other side rails over there. There's a bracket there. No idea what that's for, but we will find out. Another bracket. There's a couple of those, two of those, and there seems to be something very little in here. Oh, little hooks. Another little mount. Like I say, I've got no idea until I build it where everything goes. And then there's metal drive shafts, because it is basically all metal, these trucks. So you've got two drive shafts and no, three drive shafts. There's a little couple in there. So make sure that all stays in. I'll slide that back. So this section here, there's I think that's the centre tray for the transfer box, and there's the transfer box. Seems to run really smooth, and there's definitely grease in it. There's the main box out where the motor goes onto. There's these shock absorbers. They're only sprung, but there seems to be 6 of them. It's hard to tell without the book. Yeah, there's 6 shocks. There's 4 for the rear, 1 for the front. And there's 4 leaf springs, and these are a thing of beauty. Look at that, with the extra little brackets. It's a mixture of a metal upper and plastic lowers, so they're really nice, and those bits seem to be riveted on. So we've got 4 of them. They've got 4 springs. Seem to have 1 hub here. That's probably for the spare wheel, thinking about it, because it has 5 wheels, doesn't it? Here's the front axle. It's got diff lockers. Gonna have a look at that, because that's not the smoothest of sounding. I'll just have the cap off and have a quick look inside when we do the build. And there's the rear. I don't know whether it needs adjustment on the shims, but we can look in the instructions. And we've got a box here. This is going to be loads of hardware, the roll cage. I'm not going to go through all these bags because there's just too many of them. There's loads of different bits of metal. There's, I think, to do with the battery, possibly that bit, but we will find out. And the final box is the body. You got glass sections and lenses in this bit. We've got some other parts, bonnet, bonnet sides, bench seat. There's the bag with all the doors and things like that, and the nice front grille. Here's the cab itself, and I have to say that is really thick. You know, it's not a flimsy bit of plastic. That is tough as old boots. And there we go. That must be, don't really know, to do with the interior parts, but again, find out. These are the bonnet sides, sorry, the front wings. They must screw onto another part by the holes and all that. Exhausts and brackets, and exhausts, I think they're composite, part metal, part plastic. Then there's the base for the cab. And the hardware so it must be linked with it. So this is going to be the Q157 build, and like I said, I'm not rushing it. It's to do through the winter, so I can spend plenty of time on it, and it'll be a full build all the way through. And like I said, it'll be a bigger brother for the little FMS FCX24.